Welcome to episode 13 of Barrels Banter, sponsored by Rifleman Firearms. Yes, you heard it. No more real field recommendations. We are now a sponsored podcast, but better still, we just want you to know we will not have any sponsorship by a company that we do not trust or would not use ourselves. So it's still a real field recommendation from us, but we have some sponsorship. In this episode, we have a banging tale, have you trained it? We have a firing line debate, should mainstream celebrities who shoot stand up and be counted and advocate for our community more? We have our field notes and anecdotes. It's your turn to shoot with Would You Rather? We have our confessions and questions, and the question is about finding a good gun dog trainer. This week, we are going straight in with my little story. So, can't remember what it was.
Oh,
what was it?
It's a great story, guys.
Have you trained it?
Stay tuned. Sounds wonderful.
This week we are going straight in with a story from a few years ago when I was picking up on a shoot. I had met a chap over the summer, or my husband had met a chap over the summer. We were taking a couple of days with him, and he was a young guy, and he was just kind of like, you know what, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to run the picking up team. I'm then going to run up the hill and I'm going to deal with the beaters. I'm going to run back down and I'm going to put the guns on peg, and then I'm going to run back up the hill. And my husband kind of said, you might die partway through this season. You might die partway through the season. So he offered to help him out by doing some hosting. And I said, look, if you need a hand, I'm very happy to run your picking up team. So I took on the role, but I didn't know anyone in the area. And he said, well, I've got a few people that have come to me, so I'll put your initial day one team together. I said, yeah, that's fine. He said, you turn up, meet them, see how you go. Any you like, keep, and any you don't like, then you can find some more, and then it will be yours to go from there. I said, yeah, not a problem. And I turned up, and we'd all parked in a car park at the back of the beater's shed. And I hadn't met any of these people before, and it was a motley crew, but they were all seasoned pickers. Like they all definitely knew what they were doing. So it was fantastic because it was a case of like walk in, oh hi, this is this, hi, this is this, etc. And a couple of them knew the ground a little bit. And this chap had brought along, he was slightly more random, his wife and daughter. Wow. And they were intending to sort of split the dogs and stand in two places, but it never really quite happened. So when we got there, I basically said, oh, hi, I'm Celine. I think I'm sort of like running it, because obviously you need one person that's sort of on the radio to the keeper that's got half an idea of where you're going, when you need to be there, when the driver's starting, when you're supposed to be having lunch and all that stuff. As well as obviously it was a new shoot on new ground. So when it comes to then where are people going to stand, it's not, no one's got, and we've talked about this before, favourite spots.
Their place.
We don't like favourite spots, but nobody would have had one because nobody knew where to be.
Yeah.
So a part of it was obviously suck it and see. Get into the car park, meet him, and he's quite like, oh, I know everything and I know all about it and I will be standing where I want to stand. And I was a bit like, well, we'll cross that bridge in a minute. So I literally opened the back of my car and out came my dogs, of which Otter was one of them. And I think we can safely say Otter is madder than a box of frogs. And at the time she would probably have been about 4 years old, and it was like walking a kangaroo. I mean, the dog was absolutely mental. Crutch jumped everybody. That was her favourite thing. You know when a dog runs and they go and do fly ball and they hit that board and bounce off?
Yeah.
She used to do that to everyone's crutch.
Oh, nice.
She had a couple of people she particularly liked, run straight at them, crutch jump, turn around, flip off of the body, come back to me.
Uh-oh,
it was
Otter's coming.
Yeah, a bit awkward. She jumped out of the car and he literally looked at me and he went, is that your dog? I was like, yeah, that is my dog. And he went, have you trained it?
No.
Wow. I was so proud of myself, because normally in this situation, my response would have been, well, yes, but she is really quite good. But I didn't. I just came back and I went, no, chases a tennis ball. And I thought, fuck it, bring it with me. And he looked at me completely deadpan, and I just went, yes, of course I've trained it. And I think that set the tone, because I was literally like, mate, we are not mucking about here.
Yeah.
I am not going to have you start by just making a decision.
Giving me shit,
Day one of the
basically.
season, my dog's got out of the car. She's going to be excited. She's 4 years old and she's a mental case already. But that's fine because she's a really good working dog. but don't instantly come at me. We met
Yeah,
5
there's
minutes
just
ago,
no need
like,
for it.
but I was so proud of myself.
Well done,
So, thank you. I was
I'm
so
proud of
myself.
you.
So if anyone's got in that situation, just say no. Chases a tennis ball, and I thought, fuck it, why not?
Sometimes it's better to go back with sarcasm.
Yeah, but
Much better.
his face literally went. He believed me, and he went, "Oh God," and I was like, "No, of course not." But actually, I think we did prove a point.
Did you get on better after that?
No, I sacked him.
Oh, okay.
He never came back.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
It was a one-day wonder.
It was a one-day wonder. It was one of those where it was, and if anybody in this team you would like to move on, then don't worry about it. I just brought them together for day one, and I was like, "Thank you very much. I don't think we're compatible here."
Yeah. I'd like to get rid of 90% of the team.
I think only one person stayed long
wonderful.
term, to be fair. But to be fair, it makes me sound savage. The reality of it was nobody knew really. No one knows where the birds are going to go 100%. No one knows on any day, but nobody would have known on a completely brand new shoot. And I was like, well, I think, let's have, we'll go and stand right at the back. We'll have you there, you there, you there. Well, I think I'd be better at the front here. Yeah. Well, no, we don't need anyone at the front. And you wouldn't necessarily be better anywhere because we don't know what's going to happen. So if we go back and we come forwards, well, I'd rather be in the middle. Well, you're not going to be in the middle on this one. You're just going to be on the end. So that is how it is. But it was constant trying to come back. And I don't know if it was an authority thing or just I know better, but no one knew better.
Bit of both, I think.
But no one knew better. So it was like...
Everyone needs to pick her up like me. What do I say when you say, where do you want to go, Sarah?
I don't mind, wherever.
I don't mind. And you're going, choose. I don't mind. Choose, Sarah. I don't mind, honestly.
Our firing line debate this week: should mainstream celebrities who shoot stand up and be counted and advocate for our community more?
We've been doing a little research, haven't we, on celebrities that
have.
We had a couple of surprising ones as well.
Shall I read a few of them?
Yeah. One, we both went, oh.
We're just going to say we are going with the absolute font of all knowledge, which is Google.
Yes.
So obviously if one of these is incorrect, don't come at us.
Allegedly.
You just start writing to Google headquarters, okay? Yeah. Because they've got their facts wrong. Clarkson. Obviously we know Clarkson. And Jeremy Clarkson has said... He did a thing about deer, didn't he, on his Clarkson's farm?
Yeah.
Where he did a thing about shooting deer. And he has said publicly the only reason he ever bought the farm, obviously all of the MPs and things are like, well, it was to dodge tax. But he said, no, it was actually because I wanted to shoot.
Yeah.
The only thing that I do think it would be really nice if a bit more of that element was in Clarkson's farm. Mm-hmm. But then... I suppose he's also got to make a living and probably doesn't want to alienate.
Do you not remember the episode where he had a badger problem and he got a professional in and they were saying, you can't shoot badgers, and he's going, but why not?
Yes.
And he goes, but what if I do it at night and nobody watches? And I'm like, wow, you have got some balls because that is live on telly.
But he is, to a degree, I feel like he could do more. But then equally, I also understand that it's his private life and he's got to make a living.
But after that comment, I'd say he's got more balls than some.
Fair play. Vinnie Jones. Everyone knows Vinnie Jones.
I love his new documentary.
But as a guy, he couldn't really do more.
Yes. However, allegedly, going to keep saying allegedly, he hasn't got a firearms licence.
Has he not?
He's not allowed one. Or he had his revoked.
You can't put that on here.
Why?
Because what if it's not true?
I'm 99.9% sure it's true.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he got in a scuff and punched somebody in the face, lost his licence.
Are we allowed to put that publicly?
Why not?
I don't know.
Google it. Google will tell you. Either I'm going to tell you or you're going to Google it.
It's because we've Googled it and it is okay. And if this isn't in, then it...
It doesn't mean that he can't shoot.
No, of course not.
It just means he can't own and hold a firearms. It's not to say he can't go and borrow a friend's shotgun and do a bit of clay shooting or...
But he is a massive advocate, to be fair to him.
Yes.
He is someone that is very much stand up and be counted. He's not hiding behind anything. He's not pretending. No. He's not doing it. He's not sort of doing it under the cover of clay shooting. He is out and proud. Yeah. And actually is brilliant for us.
Yeah, I think he's not afraid to say what he thinks.
No,
and I think that's brilliant. Yeah.
Who do we have? David Beckham.
Yeah.
We've seen him before, all togged up in his tweeds. In fact, I think... he shoots with Vinnie Jones sometimes. I'm sure I've seen the two of them togged up in tweeds.
I wouldn't mind going shooting with those two.
Would you not?
No.
Guys, if you were listening to this, invite Sarah. In fact, invite me too, actually.
I'm not sure I hit anything. I think I might be a bit distracted.
Vinnie Jones shot at our place in Surrey one year.
What?
Oh, well, anyway. Just as a little fact.
Gloss over that one.
But we were skiing, so sorry, Vinny. I was too busy for you.
Sorry.
So David Beckham's done a little bit, but I would say...
Don't think he publicises it massively though, does he?
No, and also they're not mainly in America now.
Is that because he doesn't do a lot of it, that he's not publicising it? Or is it because he, does he just like to dabble in it every now and then?
I don't know. Guy Ritchie, he's got his own estate. He is
very good
known,
friends with Vinnie Jones.
Yes, and he is known as a game shooter. Not as high profile in terms of publicising it as Vinny, but is up there. Mm-hmm. There's a few that completely I did not know about. People may say,
let's just hope Google's not lying to us.
Well, I hope so. And also people may be like, well, you've had your head under a rock. Rowan Atkinson.
Yes.
Eric Clapton. Ian Botham. I think he might be known, actually. Mm-hmm. Jerry Halliwell.
That one really got me.
Eva Longoria.
Yes. I mean, she's a badass bitch, though, she is, isn't she?
But that's like, why are we not hearing these? Yeah. Why are they not putting it out there?
A Spice Girl.
Yeah, but if that Spice Girl was massive into horse riding, mm-hmm. she would have her own horse riding page and there'd be pictures of her horses and she would be... Do you know what I mean? Like,
I do feel like they are scared to be cancelled.
Yes.
They're high profile people that are earning a lot of money and getting paid to do a lot of things, aren't they? Imagine if their whole life is pulled because they've advocated for shooting and whoever the brands they work for have gone, nah.
Or even if it's not cancelled per se, but maybe they are scared of losing followers, subscribers, people that kind of keep them fans, keep them going as a celebrity or someone in the public eye. Maybe there is a fear of that associated with it.
We've got no fear.
I know, we're out there.
We are just like...
We're out and proud.
We're going to just have fun, do our worst. If we get cancelled next week, at least we went out with a bang.
Yes, that's true. We are not hiding.
With a bang.
Our light under a bushel. Get out with a bang. Oh, yeah. Well done.
Yeah, nice. No pun intended. You could have caught on to that one a bit quicker, but okay.
It was so blindingly good. I feel like it just sideswiped me there for a minute. So I do think that they could do more. And then obviously the absolute big epitome of everything that would kind of show across the entire country, mm-hmm. the Royals.
Yes. Well, obviously we know that the Royals do it.
Yeah, but you really only hear about like a Boxing Day shoot or something, mm-hmm. don't you? There's not really a lot out there now. All you see when they do those remakes of some of these TV programmes. And I haven't watched The Crown, but it may be in The Crown, but that kind of thing where they try and recreate them shooting and it's like the most cringy scene ever. Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got a little story about that. I don't know if I should tell you.
Oh yeah, fire away.
Should we go into it?
Get in.
So somebody that I know went shooting with Harry and William. They went rat shooting.
So they took what? Rat shooting?
Yeah, they went ratting. Yeah.
Oh, right.
And they were out just having a whale of time. They said they are so much fun. Good crack. Anyway, then all their security came searching because they were supposed to be back by a certain time and hadn't arrived back. So it was like all system go and they were just still out killing rats, living their best life. Yeah.
Fair play to them. Fair play. But you don't see, it's more when a paper paps them.
Yes.
But then equally, the Royals don't really put their head above the parapet on many things, do they?
No.
So I can understand in that sense that they're less likely to be associated with things. But then if you then apply that to the Royals, why wouldn't you apply that to others?
Do you know what I mean? They do advocate a lot of things. Like, this might sound crazy, but like charities, and they do their best with like supporting what they can. Why don't they try and show some support towards it?
Yeah, that's true. I suppose that's more generic and more publicly acceptable. Whereas there are a portion of quite rabid people that are quite anti. Yeah. And they don't want to alienate part of their people. Nobody's really going to be alienated if you follow a charity. I think if each one of those celebrities just put one post a year, wearing tweed, obviously, most of these social medias do not allow guns and stuff, but if they were wearing tweed, had a gun dog, the inference is there, even if it's not direct, because yes, a lot of the social media don't allow certain things. If you want to go on TikTok, you've not got much of a hope, have you? But you can clip these things carefully to show elements. And even that small amount, if each one of these did a post during the season, imagine how much it would lift up. And it wasn't just papped by a newspaper or had to defend themselves in something.
Yeah, and it's then the wrong story, isn't it, when it's done by a newspaper?
Yeah, and put themselves out there. Not like, again, I say, Vinnie Jones does this all the time. I think David Beckham has done this most years. But there are some of those that haven't. And there'll be loads that are, if you actually Google, don't come up whatsoever, probably doing it totally privately. So I think there must be a large number that aren't showing up on Google. If we had no idea Rowan Atkinson, Jerry Halliwell, Eva Longoria shot,
there's got to be more
Google's
under the radar.
Those. Yeah, imagine
I'm sure they probably pay money to keep it off there, don't they? That's what they do.
Or that would go to a completely private estate, never be photographed, never be papped, never really talk about it beyond that. And it would be really interesting even if they did something. Social media is so powerful nowadays. Yeah. They could just do something small, a post. Yeah. Would just give everyone a bit of a boost that says, we're not hiding away. We're not being pushed out. No, we don't need to be in your face and ram it down the face of other people. If you want to be a vegetarian or a vegan, absolutely, that's fine. But equally, I am not offended when I get vegan diets come up on my For You page. No. But if you get the odd post of someone in tweed in the countryside with their Labrador or their Spaniel or something, it just puts people to the forefront. And when you can go on things like that Style app or something and have pictures with guns and other things, then fantastic.
Yeah.
But even if you don't go that far, going halfway would be helpful to everybody else in the community. Our field notes and anecdotes this week, and we have some exciting news.
Well, we do, but also Celine's having...
No, I'm having kittens about it. We don't need to talk about that bit for now. What's our exciting news, Sarah? I'm going to keep shutting her down, by the way.
Yeah, she is trying to throw me off here. We have won an award. The podcast has won an award. Round of applause, everybody. It's quite cool, really, considering we've only been going for
5 months or something.
Yeah. So
in fact, it was about 3.5 months when we won the award.
Yes.
We're going for 5 months or something altogether.
Which we didn't even know we'd been nominated for. How did you come across it?
They sent me an email.
Oh, that was it.
So somebody must have nominated us, and then an email came through on the barrelsandbanter@gmail.com if you want to find us. Woo! And it popped up and it just said Outdoor Media Award nomination, and I nearly went spam. And then I thought, oh, I have seen this because I've seen this come up on my Facebook.
Right.
So I then went, oh, that's actually a thing. So I had a bit of a read down, and it said somebody's nominated you for this award.
So whoever you are, thank you.
Yes.
Because we actually won the award.
And thank you to everyone that voted for us as well, because it means a lot. I think we are quite niche in what we do, and to win an outdoor media, I mean, that says it all, doesn't it? And it's also bringing hunting and shooting and stalking and all of that back to the forefront.
Yeah, because I think it was only probably us and one other field sports that were hunting, shooting related podcasts that were up for the award. So it's nice that something field sporty has won.
Yes.
However, I'm not sure Celine is going to thank you now, because we have made contact with the company, haven't we, to discuss the award. We just assumed they'd chuck it in the post to us.
Yeah, happy
We'd take
days.
a little picture and post it on Instagram to you, and we'd share it, spend a week at Celine's house and it could come to my house for a
I'm not
week.
quite sure how we're going to do that, but yes.
However, the matter is that they've actually invited us to Asheville in the USA to come and receive the award.
Yes.
In person, on stage. But a 4 or 5 day trip, because there's other things happening. All expenses paid. I mean, amazing. Free accommodation, free food, sunshine, massive gun shops. What's not to love? However,
when you sell it so well, it's actually really annoying. You just really,
a once in a lifetime opportunity. We may never get voted for an award again. We may never get to go to America.
Listen, I did not appreciate that it came with additional things. So when I was like, yes, let's try and win this award.
Celine basically has a phobia of not flying. It's not the plane as such. It's being trucked in the plane with other people.
Yeah.
Which I do get, because we have the same phobia, which is sick.
Yeah.
But you are on another level with it.
But we've talked about this before, which is why I feel like I could fly first class. But I don't think that's really...
Oh, yeah. Do you remember? I don't know if you listened to that. She'd be fine if she flew first class, because that's totally different.
Yeah, probably would be.
Why don't we fly first class?
Because it's like $5,000.
Yeah, you can treat me if you like. Can't believe Sarah's going to have to miss out because you won't go. You know, just make her feel
Go
really...
without me.
I'll just go on my fucking Jack Jeans, shall I? Oh, yeah, guys. Road trip on my own. So much fun.
You could go.
With thousands of people I don't know.
With your husband.
No, because then that creates childcare problems. I need him to stay home.
I'll look after the kids. I'm here.
Oh, you are going to regret that.
Yes, fine.
You are going to be ringing me up going, I'm catching the next flight, Sarah. I'm coming out.
I'm cured. Listen, anyway, moving on. I feel like
him.
we need to go on to the next segment now, Sarah. We've talked about this one too long. So,
gloss over that one.
It's now your turn to shoot, everybody. So we'll just move on there. Okay, lovely. Would you rather? These have come in from a number of people.
Would you rather stay at home or go to America? Spencer's paid trip. Celine.
Stay at home.
Just came up with that one myself.
How would we ever know?
God, I'm funny. Sometimes I think I should have been a comedian.
Would you rather have been left in the wild and brought up by wolves or monkeys?
Oh, that's a tough one. Wolves or monkeys?
I think I know what I'd go for.
I think I'd go monkeys.
Yeah.
Because they're closest to people. They've got hands. They can, like, get food easier.
But also, if you...
Wolves have got to run and catch stuff for
but
food.
you'd also
I don't
have
like running.
to eat, like, raw meat every time.
Yeah, whereas monkeys can eat anything, really, can't they?
They'd eat a lot of fruit, surely. But then monkeys will eat other monkeys and kill them.
Do they?
Yeah. Some of them are savage.
Monkeys can just, like, hitch a ride with other monkeys. You should have a piggyback as well, haven't you? So...
But then they'd all be on you. You're not gonna ride another monkey.
Why?
Because you're like 5'8" and a monkey's about half your size. Can't give you a piggyback.
I might be with a gorilla. They're quite big.
Well, they are quite big.
Stop being sizist.
I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure how friendly silverback gorillas are.
Yeah, I think I'd like to chill with monkeys. Monkeys are quite cute. Would you rather handle a young, explosive Labrador retriever that marks birds brilliantly but creeps on the peg, or an older steady lab that never moves but sometimes misses a long mark?
Oh,
I know
dear.
what you're going to choose.
Oh.
I could choose yours for you.
By
the video that you showed me of your dog retrieving yesterday.
The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Explosive Labrador.
Yeah, because I feel like I could just put it on a lead if it creeps on the peg. Wouldn't be the end of the world. But I do like something with a bit of pizzazz.
I would
then
go the
equally,
same, to be fair.
Every year, I say to my husband, this year, I'm just gonna have the sensible puppy. This year, I'm gonna have a sensible puppy from this litter. This year, I will absolutely pick the calm one. I just need a calm one this year. And
Doesn't
then
happen.
I say the words that go, I quite like the look of that one. And he goes, well, that's fucked then, isn't it?
To be fair, the one that you had out the last litter, can you remember how bad she was in the house?
Oh, yeah.
She was... every day I had a voice note from Celine saying, oh, she's chewed through the phone cable, she's destroyed the plant, she's done this, she's done that.
Yeah. Do you remember when she started eating the plants and then she got blisters all in her mouth?
Yeah.
She cost me £200 and I wasn't sure what it was. An hour before I was going to the vet, I walked into the conservatory and went, well, this plant doesn't look right. And when I walked in and I said to the vet, what do you think is going on here? And she said, has she been chewing anything? I went, well, funnily enough, I did see a slightly chewed monstera plant before I left. And she went, pretty sure that'll be it. They're poisonous to dogs. And it ended up with a cage. Do you remember we caged the plants? All the plants in one great big cage in the conservatory.
Meanwhile, what was my puppy doing at that age?
Just chilling in the rifleman's, just laid
in the
out
gun
on the
range,
floor.
just sleeping all day long.
Yeah. Well, she is mental. I do like pizzazz. I do like a dog with a bit of spice to it.
Nothing worse than a dog just limps out to retrieve and then limps back and you're looking thinking, Jesus, we're going to be on the next drive in a minute. Come on. Would you rather stand on the best peg all season or move pegs every drive and experience the whole shoot?
The latter, without fail.
Yes.
I feel like it's the same as picking up, isn't it?
I would not want to stand on the same drive, like you say, with a dog or a gun every day.
It might not be the best peg, but you might get a couple of screamers on
like
one.
That one cracking bird that comes out. Yeah.
Or you might get some really interesting crosses if you're on 9, or you might find that when you're on 3, you're on the edge of the wood, you've got a chance at a woodcock. Yeah. So they're not necessarily the best pegs, but actually could chuck you a curveball.
Could be your best bird of the day on it. Be fair, if I ever draw the peg and and someone goes, oh my God, that's the best one, I think, shit, that is so wasted on me. Is my first thought. I think everyone's going to be watching me in the hotspot, missing everything that's coming over.
So I'd stress with it though, of feeling you have to perform.
Yeah, so I'd rather actually be back out the way and go, oh, I only saw one, rather than, oh yeah, I saw 40 and shot one.
Or go back out the way where no one can see you.
When no one can see.
And then hand your gun to your partner to shoot for you, and then put it in a YouTube video whilst telling your friend, that you had won, you had won the shooting, Sarah. That's another option, isn't it?
That is an option. So if you don't know, we both put our Beaters Day YouTubes out recently, and I managed to convince Celine that I'd won the day. Little did she know until I released my YouTube video, because I kept it a secret. On the last drive, I gave my gun to Rich to shoot a few more birds for me, and then strolled out, pleased as punch, and claimed that I'd actually.
And in the video, she's saying things like, "Oh my God, can she see you?" I was completely oblivious, just down the other end with my dog. I actually was calling birds to you, Sarah. Sarah!
The best
like
thing
a kind person.
Did you see when Rich shot the bird and I went, way, did you see that? I shot it! And I was just stood next to him like I was shooting. Honestly, that was the best part of the shoot day for me, was having you on like that. However, you're never going to put me anywhere. You can't see me ever again now.
No, I'm going to put you in the shit place every time now.
Hey, that's not kind.
If you're looking for a true one-stop destination for shooting sports, Rifleman Firearms has everything you need under one roof. Their well-stocked gun shop carries a wide selection of firearms, ammunition, optics and accessories, with knowledgeable staff on hand to help whether you're an experienced shooter or just getting started. What really makes Rifleman Firearms stand out is their on-site shooting facilities. They have a 100-metre indoor rifle range and a 90-yard air rifle range, giving shooters the chance to train and practice in a controlled environment all year round. And here's the big advantage. Because the ranges are right there on site, you can buy a rifle, take it straight onto the range, try it out and have it properly zeroed before you leave. That means you can walk out knowing your setup works for you, ready to head straight out with confidence. Rifleman Firearms also offers training and shooting courses, helping people develop their skills safely with professional guidance. So whether you're buying your next rifle, looking for quality gear or wanting to improve your shooting, Rifleman Firearms in Hanbridge, Somerset is a destination worth visiting.
We're now on to confessions and questions, and we have a question which is, how do you find a good gun dog trainer? Any tips?
Not that long ago, probably around, I reckon, March this year, there was a very interesting Facebook post on this. I don't know if you saw it.
I remember, yeah.
By a dog trainer that I won't name on this because I don't really want the backlash. Who I'm sure a lot of you will have seen, wrote a very long list of all the things that one must look for in a dog trainer. Primarily a gun dog trainer, but it was just dog training in general. And I did agree with a large part of it. I feel like you need somebody that you can see their dogs.
Yeah.
There's, that you want to see their dogs or something that they've trained. That you don't want to just go to somebody that says, well, I've had dogs or I've whatever.
Yeah.
You need to see videos of what they're producing. 100%. But they listed a series of other things, some of which in my mind were quite controversial. They were saying, the time spent in the field that they have been picking up or been to trials and things like that. And I do agree with a lot of it, but I strongly disagree that a piece of paper tells you that you're a good gun dog trainer. Having a field trial winner or champion is a fantastic thing, and I do not want to take that away from anybody, because anyone that can achieve that, absolutely kudos, phenomenal. But does that make you a good gun dog trainer? No, not in my mind.
No.
For two reasons. One, you could have had a fluke. You could have done extremely well, and you could have had 2 or 3 wins, but you might have gone to 40 trials for all we know. You could have bought a dog that was part trained from someone else and gone and won with it. There's nothing to say that you trained that dog. And you also get a lot of people that don't ever want to go and do that certification. You get a lot of people that have no interest in trialing, or they don't have the money to trial, they don't have the desire to drive around the country and do it, or they don't have the nerve to do it, but actually are practicing the principles in real life. I feel like if I was looking for a gun dog trainer, yes, having that piece of paper is great, but I would also want to know that that dog is also picking up and that there are other elements that that gun dog person can achieve. And there is so much to be said for there are so many people in the world that can do but can't teach.
Yes.
You might be able to do it yourself, but can you impart that onto someone else? You might be able to...
I'm the opposite. I can teach but can't do. I'll tell you what I think and give you advice. But ask me to do it with my dog and it'll go out the window.
Really? But I think some people can
do it this way.
can see the faults in others
Yes.
quite easily. But there are some people where that person might have had that dog as a puppy. So let's say a puppy. So let's say that they've had that puppy 8 weeks old. They've then produced it. They've made very few mistakes with it because they know what they're doing. They've done it for however many years. They've now got a dog that is pretty good and they take it out into the field. Great. But they haven't had many dogs that have had severe problems, be aggression, be it whatever.
Yeah.
And suddenly they're now faced with a client that's got all manner of issues because maybe they haven't been brought up around dogs. Maybe they haven't done certain things how they should have done.
They have to experience quite a lot.
Yeah. And so now they're faced with a client that is saying, you know, I've got this fault, this fault, this fault. What's to say that person can fix those faults? Because they may just have had 2 or 3 dogs that have trialled well, doesn't mean that they can unpick a problem and cure it. And
also, you said about aggression, things like that. I've always said to people, go to a behaviour specialist for that.
Yeah.
And I learnt this firsthand because one of my dogs had a funny turn, long story. I ended up having to take him to a behaviourist because I was all out of options. I couldn't control this dog. And I learnt a lot from him. Yes. And it then made me realise, actually, with all the dogs I've trained and all the people I've trained with, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
You know, like you say, just because that person has trialled a load of dogs doesn't mean they're going to have an answer to your problem.
No.
You know, because it's a whole different kettle of fish.
So I feel like I would want to see this, basically, the end result of what they've previously trained.
Yeah.
Not just their dogs. Show me 2 or 3 people that you have cured a problem, taught them from scratch, helped them become a field trial champion if that's what they want to be, or got them into a picking up team or whatever. I think the proof is in the pudding of what has that trainer helped someone else to achieve. Yeah. Not necessarily what they have achieved in themselves, because a lot of that can be smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
And you see, and I've seen it a lot of people that are not very nice to their dogs. And yes, they might achieve great things, but behind closed doors, they're not doing what you think they're doing.
Yeah.
And I think some people probably just need to maybe watch what they sort of like the condescending manner of telling other people on the internet, you need to do this, you need to do this.
Yeah.
Because actually, what people really need to see is the proof of what that person has produced, and not worry too much about certificates and not worry too much about even how many years. That person might have only been doing it for 10 years, but they might have helped 50 people with
they might just be really good at it.
Yeah, seriously big problems. They may only have 3 or 4 dogs themselves that have never actually become champions or that they've ever even trialled or anything, but they may work on dedicated picking up team 30 days a year because that's what their work allows, but they have done some amazing work with other people that have cured a load of problems.
It's also finding someone that suits you. We've also all got different training styles, and I say this because I've worked with a gun dog trainer, things like that, and often you'll get someone that's, I don't know, you and I will tell a dog off if it needs telling off. I'm not saying we beat our dogs, but a dog's going to get a stern. No, you're not doing that. But you will get people coming, no, I don't want to shout at my dog. No,
positive reinforcement only. These people,
I only want to click a train, or I only want to do it this way. So again, you have to find someone that fits you. It doesn't mean that a gun dog trainer's wrong in what they're doing.
No,
but that's just not how you want to train. So you're not going to work well together. You're not going to click.
Whereas personally, I am very much like both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. You reward the good.
I would say 80% of my interaction, 90% of my interaction with my dogs is positive.
Yeah.
But if a dog barges through a door, I would go, oh, don't you dare, get back in here.
Yeah.
And then we will open and close that door 15 times until they realise, I'm sorry, I go through the door first, or I let you through the door. You are not going to wipe my legs out. Mm-hmm. But I don't just positively bring them. I think in the right setting, in the right way, like you say, beating a dog is not going to actually produce anything.
No.
And I get a lot of comments on my Instagram and Facebook, oh, your dogs aren't cowed. They're not like looking at you. No, they're not, because they know that 90% of what they're going to get is positive, and that they're doing really well. And if they do something almost well, then I'll just praise them and try and tweak it next time.
Yes, but to fit them a little bit better.
If they're doing something and they are absolutely taking the mick, then I will tell them you're absolutely taking the mick.
Yeah.
I won't just kind of go, right, well, we need to work around it.
Because how are they going to learn right from wrong?
It's no different than I bollock my kids.
Exactly.
I don't just sort of say, well, that's really good and I'm just going to ignore the bad behaviour. I turn around and go, listen, mate, don't be a twat.
Yeah.
And we have those conversations too.
Yeah.
So I think it's both sides for me.
Yeah.
But I also understand those that are not comfortable with that want to go the other way.
That's fine, yeah.
So I don't really feel like we've massively helped the person, other than I personally think
it's a minefield. It is a minefield. But and I would also say, don't be afraid to, if you do find someone you go and you're not happy, just try someone else. Because like I say, you've got to find someone that works for you and for your dog. It's finding what works for your dog. Not, well, we never train the same dog in the same way.
No.
You go out with the, oh, right, I normally start with X, Y, Z. But then you go, oh, actually, that's not working with this dog. I'll have to go back a step and try this.
We've also done it where the two of us have gone out together. We'll say, have a dummy launcher. I'll be like, well, I'll do it for you. And then you'll say, well, I'm going to do that retrieve for this dog. And then actually, do you know what? I'm going to take it at a different angle with this one because she's not as confident with X. Or I'm going to go a bit closer with this dog because she's not as confident. Or actually, I'm going to move further away because I feel like this dog needs extending. And they're each taught differently, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I do think the one big takeaway for me is don't get hung up on a lot of it. You really want testimonials from previous clients that you can probably talk to a couple, find out what they did and how it was fixed.
Yeah.
Because if you can find a couple of people where you know that trainer has achieved something with a third party, that's probably your main key.
Definitely.
And then, like you say, if it doesn't then work out, you can switch to another. But that would be my sort of focal point.
On to our confessions. What have you got for us, Celine?
So I have one here from Emily Wickham. And she says, well, Mr. Dog, my first... Mr. Dog? Mr. Louis. Who's Mr. Dog?
Oh, you're just making this up now.
I'm having a bit of a mental breakdown. Wow. Mr. Louis, my first gun dog. He was never a confident swimmer, so I did a whole load of work to help with that when he was a puppy. To the point that on one shoot day, the radio said, there's a cocker in the duck pond. And I thought, well, that's not Louis because he doesn't like to swim. Well, it was Louis. Fast forward a few years to a local shoot we picked up on, who had an end of day duck drive. He'd already retrieved a fair few, but went for this last one and just would not come back with the duck. He just sat there. I tried everything. I drove off. I threw another duck in the water to tempt him into the water. Literally everything. The whole team said, don't worry, he will come back. I said, I know my dog. He's telling me that he won't. So as it was about to get dark, I had to strip off to my thermals. Oh my God, in winter in England. And wade / swim across to him, then take my thermals off and get dressed into my clothes again. Oh, Louis.
I don't think I would have done that, would you?
Well, what happened last time when my dog with the boy?
Oh,
was that last podcast or the one before? So yes, I would. But, the shame.
I don't do cold water.
She says
I don't think I could
absolute
have done
shame. No, you'd have probably sent me in.
Yeah,
we know where that was going.
Yeah. Celine.
Oh no, Celine, I've got a problem with my dog. Could you go retrieve it for me, please?
Oh, bless her. She must have been freezing.
At least it was the end of the day.
Yeah.
Every cloud.
Wasn't like first drive.
Yeah, Emily, I don't even know what you're complaining about. End of the day, you basically got yourself washed. You could
got in the
You
truck.
could have been the man that shut himself and had to dunk in a trough.
Emily, you didn't even have to shower when you got home. You had a pond wash.
God. I feel like you were just complaining now for no reason. Bloody hell. So have you got someone that's made of sterner stuff?
I have another confession. Took my young lab out for his first proper day. He was electric. Marked every bird. Rock steady. First retrieve, perfect. Straight out, straight back. I was glowing with pride. Second retrieve, he ran out confidently, picked the bird, then diverted 90 degrees to greet guns 3 pegs down and present the pheasant directly to a total stranger. He then refused to come back to me. I spent the next drive being loudly asked if I'd like my dog back.
Wow, we've got a theme going on here.
Yeah, dog's not coming back. Oh, how rude. Completely snubbed his owner and went off.
I've had it where my dog has walked up to, like Mark. I had one where she got through a wood. She came out the other side and he went on the radio, Celine, your dog is here. And I was like, has she got a bird? Thinking she's got a really long way round and I hope she doesn't drop it. And I went, any chance you could just take the bird off of her? And he went, she literally just handed it to me and run away.
Aww.
And I think it was Willow. She literally just went straight up to him, walked up like practically to his hand and went, you need this. I can't find her.
Yeah,
and he said,
I'm going back.
He took the bird and she just went, bye, and just legged it. And was like trying to work out how to get back round the wood to me. I thought it was so sweet. Bless him. Well, if you have got any questions, confessions, if you want to send us a funny story, guys, we're running low.
Come on. You must have, like, are you boring people? I feel like you shouldn't be if you're listening to us, but
we need to just bear in mind how many stories that you and I in our banging tales have had.
Yeah.
How many listeners have we got? You can't tell me you don't have a story.
Send us a voice note. You can be anonymous. We can give you a funny name. You can be out and proud.
Yes.
You must have something for us.
It's making us sad, guys. We're
Yes,
getting sad now.
Please.
So if you can't do that, leave us a 5-star review. We might cheer up a bit. Thank you.
Goodbye.